Do you believe that we are more than 800 subscribers on this channel already? So, subscribe. Welcome back to MonLabo Linux. What are we going to talk about today? Let's take a scenario. You deal with maybe an institution, and for some reason they say that they cannot accept document over a certain amount of size. Okay, for example, let's take an amount, for example 10 megabyte. So they say past 10 they cannot take your document. All right, and they say that it should be a PDF document. So it should be a PDF document, and past 10 megabyte they are not there with you, so they are going to refuse your document. It might be with USCIS. For example, you're trying to upload a document online with them, or maybe another institution or company. So now, how do you go about this? You might be saying, "Hey, I know the solution," and some will be like, "I don't know how to deal with this kind of case, and I've been looking for this kind of solution where someone talks about it." Yes, you are at the right place. So to deal with this kind of situation, some people will try to call someone to do the work for them. Okay, and maybe that person or them or somebody else may take your document and put that online to do the job. But what they don't know about the risk is that there might be a copy of your document that stays on the server that you don't even know what is that server, right? And it might be some sensitive information that you are sharing. And later on, or maybe 5 years after that, or some days after that, or a few months after that, you heard that something happened and there were data breach somewhere and your information are retrieved out there, and it's about that document. So how do you keep your information personal on your local machine and then share that with only the concerned institution? I mean, so to do that, you have a tool called GhostScript. Okay, so as you can see here, right here is on the MIT, all right, MIT website, and then it's called GhostScript. So GhostScript has a lot of command line tools, for example, some command line tools, and one of them is PS2 PDF, okay, which is a great tool to convert document, okay, and controlling the size of the document. But you might be asking, how do we use it, right? So you can see that here. How do we use it? And also they offer other tools, for example like PDF writer, for example, that you can use, PDF write, okay, that you can use, and many others. So here you can see some versions of it, okay, you can see some version of it. And if I was to come to here, for example, how do we use it through the command line, because we are going to focus only on the command line section. So you type PS to PDF, okay, PS stands for PostScript, and then you give it some options and the input file that you want to convert. You might be like, okay, this is a PS, so how do we go about the PDF? We will see. And then at the output here, you give output and then .pdf, for example. But if you don't give the output, okay, it will simply return the output file with the same name of the input file, okay, and only replace the extension with PDF. So, all right. So you might be asking, how do we use it, right? So before we use it, please consider checking more here. So we have this D option, okay, that can take different kind of settings, okay. For example, compatibility level, which are these ones, okay. These are the compatibility level of PDF documents. And then here you can see that we have an option here. This is the one we are going to focus on, which is called PDF settings equal, and then we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 options here, but I will tell you that there are 5. All right, I don't know why the 5th one is not there, but we are going to see how it works. So let's download this document. I have this document that I'm taking online. I'm not the owner of this. I don't have any partnership with the person. Yeah, so please don't push bullets at me if you have bad experience or good experience with this this person. So I don't know. So I have this document that I'm going to download, okay, from my local machine, and then I'm going to this is it here. So and then I'm going to hit enter. So it's gonna retrieve it online. You can see that it's around 9.2 or 9.6 depending on how it is reading. So now if I do this, I will see that I have the document there. Okay, this is it here. All right, so that's the document. So I will first try to see if I have the Go script installed on my machine. And to know if it's installed on your machine, okay, you can simply say dnf, okay, info on GS. So that's the short name of the tool. And for some reason it says that it did not find it, right? So but if you were to say ps2 pdf, what happened? Oh, let's do it. Yeah, so ps2 pdf. All right, still nothing, right? But if you want that, if you want the command, okay, it's not info, you're going to type provides instead. Provides, for example, GS. All right, so you can ask DNF to provide GS, and as you can see, we are returned with this. All right, it's 10.02.1, okay, version, and you can see that here as well. All right, so so we're gonna go ahead and check with ps2 pdf and see what it returns. And as you can see, we are returned with the same exact information, okay, from GoScript. So it means that when you use ps2 pdf, it calls behind the scene GS. All right, so good so far. So now let's see, we have a command called pdf info, okay, and we're gonna run that on this PDF document, and we can see, for example, here I want you to pay attention to producer, which is Acrobat Stereo 6.0.1 on Windows machine. Okay, so it was produced from a Windows machine, and that was the creation time of it, 2009. Okay, at this exact time, the modification time as well, and so many other information. And here you can see the number of pages and the size, okay, the size of the document. All right, so now if you come here, all right, not sure what's happening, let me check that. And it was I was in another location, and when I was looking at it I wasn't seeing it. So you can see at the bottom right here, okay, that when I hover my mouse over it is 9.6. So now we aim at reducing that size to be less than that, okay, so that we can upload our document online and verify that it's still legible. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So now I have like 5 comments that I'm going to run off stream so that it doesn't take that much time for the recording, and then I'm going to come back and explain that to you. Okay, so this is the first comment, this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one, and this is the fifth one. So while it is finishing, let me just explain what's going on here. So basically you type ps2 pdf ps2 pdf, and then you put the -d to declare the option that you want to use. Okay, so here the option is pdf settings equals, and then you put /default. Okay, so default is the type of configuration that we want to use, and you were able to see all of those here. Okay, So the only one that I added is called ebook. So for some reason they do not put ebook here, but as you can see, I have ebook here. And the name that this is the name of the document, the original document, okay? And this is a nickname or any name that you want to put there, but I decided to call that compress dash default. Default, why? Because I use the default option here, so you can relate with the same on the other ones. Now let's go and see which one compress better and which one is also better in terms of view. So here I have 9.6, which is the original document, and here what do I have? I have 8.4. Okay, and so let's see if we can get some property on that document property. Yeah, so you can see the producer here is now GPL Go Script instead of Acrobat, something like that. All right. So, but it's the same size of the same number of pages. Okay, this is the PDF document compatibility, and this is the size. All right. So as you can see, this one is the one that I compressed with option default, which is 8.4. This one is ebook, which is 8.2. This one is pre-press, which is 8.4. This one is printer, which is 8.6, and this one is 4.4, which is the screen one. Okay, so now if I was to open, for example, the original here, all right, so if I was to open the original here, so you should see that I have it like this. Okay, so it's we can read through, we can see the writings. Okay, we have the number of pages. This is the original one. Okay, again, that's the original one. And now let's open one of the compressed, maybe the 4.4 megabyte. Okay, so we will open it, and we can see that here it doesn't look that good, right? We still have the same number of pages. The document is already kind of fluffy. All right, it's blurred, right? A little bit blurred. And here it's still good, right? It's really good, and you can still read the document. All right, so you can still read the document. So if you were to open, for example, the 8.6 one, which was this one, the printer one. Okay, let's see what we got there. Yep, it's much better. All right, but we can't really tell that this is the compress and this is the original one. So if you like what you see, please consider leaving a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below to tell me what you would have done if it was you, and also share with your colleagues. All right, thank you. Bye bye.